Hey everyone, and welcome to Monday Night CAD. Today we are going to revisit the Lure Turner project because I have some updates that I have to make to it before I can actually print it. And this is part of my optimizing my lure making desk thing. Matthias, hello, how are you? Always good to see you here. So yeah, the desk is almost done. Everything is done. There's going to be a video soon about it. And one thing that is still missing is the lure turner. And I remember one time we did this, the UV station. We did it on a live stream. But to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna make the UV station. Because I don't want to have a lure turner and then a curing station as two things, if that makes sense. I mean, I could have. Maybe I can put this in my closet or something. But it would be a lot more convenient if the lure turner itself had some UV lights. Matthias, I'm glad you're good. I hope the lures worked well. At least you're doing some lures. I'm just designing them. I'm not finishing any. But hopefully soon, once we're done with all of these upgrades. So there are 3 things that I still have to make to complete my lure making process optimization phase. And that is adding UV lights to this. And second of all, we made the... where was it? We need to open it. We recently made something on the stream, lure painting accessories. Yes. So we have made this. The lure holder, let's call it the lure holder for painting. It works amazingly well, but for small lures. Once the lure is 40, 50 grams, maybe even more, it will start slipping. So I'm thinking of making a different version of it where there's more clamping force, if that makes sense. Maybe using screws and nuts to do that, with a screwdriver to tighten it even more. But I also noticed that the type of plastic used makes a huge difference. Like for example, bet G, for this part specifically, the main part, the one in green. If I used bet G, it does not grab well at all. Like even small lures are slipping. But I printed it with ABS and it's now gripping small lures really well, but it still can't grip the big lures. So I might try TPU. And if that works, then there is no need for this. But anyways, let's now assume we have both, or we have one that supports big and small lures. I hope they work good. We'll maybe test tomorrow night, just cured enough so I can mount the last hardware tonight. I think cool. So you do, I think you do like multiple clear coats, which is always a good thing. What I love about UV resin is how fast you can do multiple coats. I usually do like 2 or 3 coats in like, I think each coat I give it about half an hour to cure. Sometimes less if it's between coats. Like I put a coat, wait 15 minutes, and usually it's hard enough to recoat it, and then wait another 15 minutes and then recoat it, and then leave it for like half an hour or an hour. So it's a lot faster. But the problem with UV resin is it can chip if it's not like cured well. It's not as forgiving, not forgiving. I don't think forgiving is a good word. But usually with lures, or whenever you want something strong, you don't want it to be super hard. You want it to be a bit soft, right? And I think the regular 2-part epoxy is softer than UV resin. UV resin is just like hard. It's like glass. And if it impacts something like a rock or something, it might crack or chip. Yeah, exactly. UV resin is good for prototyping. But if you want like a lure to last forever or to sell it, I think 2-part epoxy is the way. Anyways. So what I'm thinking is, instead of these things, whatever, I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh wait, right. It was the springs. Not a bad idea, but I was thinking maybe we can actually mount these. So these will hold the lures while I'm priming and while I'm painting. And I can also hang the lures on the wall. So if I'm painting multiple lures, and then I can also clear coat the lures and plug them here somehow. Of course, I need to make this like a bigger diameter to hold big lures. But that's easy. I think we have it here somewhere. Multi-lure holder, yeah, it's a diameter. So we can easily make this like 150, I guess. Yeah. It can easily be bigger. But the biggest problem is going to be where to mount the UV lights. Do I have the UV lights with me? 1 second. Because these are big. These are big lights. So I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do it. Maybe we can borrow something from here, like this thing, but I don't think it's gonna be practical. I have also seen on AliExpress LED strips, but I doubt they are powerful enough. Just saw a video where they used a huge 40 centimeter glide bait fishing for pike, and now I'm thinking of doing something but maybe only 30 meter. It's 30 centimeters. Nice. I like big lures. Um, Making big lures is a lot easier than making like a tiny 30 mil crankbait for chub. Yeah. Yeah, big lures are easier to make. Um, they feel more premium once you, I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me when you hold a big lure. Maybe it's because of the weight or something, but it just feels more premium. And I used to fish big lures in Lebanon for like mahi and big fish, and I like I like big lures. Anyways, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, you feel the same, huh? Yeah, they need a lot more precision, and especially with 3D printing, it's not just about the precision. It's so hard to reduce the weight of a small lure, if that makes sense. If you buy a lure from the store, like a tiny lure, it's like 2 grams. There's no way you're gonna print a 2 gram lure. It's gonna end up being 6 or 7. It's gonna sink like a rock. It is doable if you use like ABS or something. It's doable. It just needs experience and patience. So this was 100. I think we made it 150. Rod width 15. Rod length. Probably we need to make this longer also. Like here we can make it 120. I need to double check these length. And actually we can do it here. So if we come here and measure distance, the vertical distance is 105.2. That's a random number, but anyways, 105, 105, 120. Yeah, this probably should be even more, like 150 or something. So this way we can put, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lures on this side and 5 lures on the other side. But we need 2 platforms or 2 base plates. For that should be fine. We have the connector and everything. Yeah, that's true. Hard to get a thin, strong shell like injection molding and still be able to mount everything exactly. I guess like the best way to do it would be to 3D print the prototype and maybe sand it really well, make it super smooth, and then make a mold out of it and cast some foam, like polyurethane foam or something with a through wire. Probably the best way. These foams are super light and strong. I think the music stopped. Yeah, so what to do? What to do? We can start with, where is the multi-lure holder? Okay. Multi-lure holder. Create a clone, but I don't want to clone everything. I want to clone it. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's gonna be harder than I thought. Because I did these first and then I did the rest. If I did everything and did these holes at the end, then it would have been a lot easier to clone it. Because I would need to clone before the hole. Yeah, I need to clone this object, but this does not have these. And I think if we remove the fan, we don't need all of that for now. Even the motor holder, where's the motor holder? We don't need, yeah, it doesn't have anything. Huh. What is this? It's fine, I guess. Yeah, I've done that with a couple of baits. You need to use a lot of micro balloons to make the polyurethane light to be able to add weight. Also a bit of challenge, yeah. And I think it cures super fast. Like you need to mix it well and and cast it before it cures and all the bubbles and stuff. It's definitely a challenge. Okay, so I have an idea. Instead of redoing some stuff, we can clone this as it is. So let's take this, clone it. And we're gonna get this body right here. Let's hide this one. And we can actually move one of them. So let's move this body. Placement, position. We can move it on the y-axis. Let's move it this way to the left. How much do we want to move it? That's multi lure holder params, the diameter. Let's add 50 to that. And we need minus. Okay, cool. Please tell me the origin is here. Oh, come on. What? I think there was a macro to fix this issue. Let me just figure it out. There was somewhere here a macro. Move to origin. I found it somewhere on the internet. No. Doesn't want to work. Macros. Execute. How does it work? Part design, no. Macros. Move to origin. Maybe I have to select the body first and oh wait, I think I have to select the clone, not the body. And then execute. Okay. Huh. No. Okay, let's clear this, set it to 0. Maybe try now. Okay, select the clone again, macro. Move to origin, execute. Okay, now. What is this? Ah, that's the position of the clone. Now we can move this way. Yeah, let's leave it here. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, quite stressful, but I think it's a good way if you want to make a lot of the same model. Yeah, the good thing about casting urethane is, as you said, it's quick, right? You can make like lots of lures in no time if you already have a working model. Now, how will I get rid of these? This should be super easy. Just make a sketch. The origin is where? Oh, come on. What? Okay, this move to origin, I think it... maybe we can remove, set this to 0. Okay, that fixed it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't panic. I panicked a bit, but it's fine. Okay, cool. So we should be exactly at the center. Now we can create a sketch here. And we can draw the outer radius or outer circle radius. Multi-lure holder params to diameter. And then we can draw some sort of an inner something like this. Maybe it's like half the diameter. It's the multi-lure param the diameter divided by 2. Cool. So now that we have this sketch, I think we also have the thickness here somewhere. Yeah, thickness is 5, so we can pad this. And we will pad it by thickness. And that's like a fast. What if we set this to false? Nah, that's not it. Unless there's actually... Oh, this looks weird. Yeah, that's very weird. Is there like a difference? If I select this and then let's say this. No, reset. No. Probably if I like import it to, let's see, if I export this as a step file, let's do it on the desktop. And we import it to Bamboo Studio. Will it? No, it does not work. It will work. I mean, it will print, but it still thinks that there are edges. Huh, but it looks fine. Bamboo Studio deals with these issues really well. I mean, I guess that's Prusa Slicer, not Bamboo Studio that deals with these. Because Bamboo Studio is just a fork. But anyways, this should not happen. To face, refine. Okay, if we go here and we say to last, okay, to first. Huh. Now that's stupid. Let me check one last thing. So you were moved in the Z. Let's set this to 0. Okay, maybe that's why. There were like nanometers, I think. Okay, what if we delete this and sketch is attached to plane 17, XY plane 17, which is XY plane 17. Yeah, that's the one. Or YZ plane 17, sorry. Yeah, YZ 17, and then yeah, looks fine. If we pad it again, no, it's not working. Ah, okay, plan B did not work. Plan B did not work, so I guess we're gonna have to redo this. So let me save this somehow. Okay, we don't want this bucket and this pad and this pad and the polar pattern. Yeah, so start from the pocket, pad, polar, delete, and now we have an issue. Why do we have an issue with request region? The reason may be that the active which bucket was this? Sketch 5. It was this. Why wouldn't it bucket? FreeCAD is messing with me today. These stuff only happens on the stream. Like oh my god, these stuff never happens when I'm working off stream. But what is your issue? The requested feature cannot be created. The reason may be that the active body does not contain a base shape, so there is no material to remove. Okay, you do not contain a base shape. Maybe that's because pocket went through. Okay, let's Control Z, undo. Like the demo devil when showcasing some application you built, but I guess FreeCAD can be a bit extra tricky and not always as straightforward. Yeah. Ah, man. Okay, this pocket has nothing to do with the rest. Let's delete them one by one. Polar pattern, I guess. Okay, that's fine. This pad. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, so now you work. Okay, it had an issue with deleting like 3 or 4 at once, but okay, cool. Now we have everything. Now we have a canvas. So, what we need to do here is we need to define some stuff. So where's the multi-lure holder params? Okay, we no longer need these. So let's delete them. We need to delete these sketches first. And attachment tool width. All we need is basically what we're trying to do is we need to fit this in something here. So let's call this attachment. I don't know why I'm calling it attachment. Let's say holder diameter, holder depth, and let's give it a thickness, but let's call it the lure holder thickness, or just holder thickness. I don't know why I decided that this one is lure holder. Okay, cool. So diameter, what was it? Total outer diameter of this. I think I have it here somewhere. Total outer diameter, it's 15. So let's put it here, multi-lure holder. So this is 15. Now depth, let's put it 20 for now. I need to experiment with this to know at which depth will it hold the lure holder well, so it doesn't fall while spinning or something like that. And let's go with a thickness of 2 for now, 2 mil. So we need aliases for all of these. Cool. Cool. I think we also had something. Or should we put it? No, we're not gonna put it at the edge, at the exact edge. So we need some padding. Let's call it holder padding or margin or something. Let's say it's 10. So how far away is this holder from the edge? Something like that. And now we can, I think we need to activate the body. Now that it's active, let's see what planes do we have. No, we don't want that. We can just do the origin, like the XZ plane. And it's gonna look something like, oh wait, no, not the XZ plane. Actually we want that datum plane, and we don't need to delete that sketch because we have the name of the plane. It's datum plane 16. So we can come here to support, remove this. And we need datum plane 16. And now if we do a Control R to refresh, our sketch should be here. Cool. So we want an outer diameter and then an inner diameter, right? So the inner diameter is going to be the multi-lure holder params dot holder diameter, but we need some tolerance. So I think it was called general dot tolerance multiplied by 2, of course. So this is our diameter. Let's copy it, and then the outer one is going to be whatever that diameter was plus the multi-lure holder params dot thickness, holder thickness multiplied by 2. So now we have these two, and now we need to, as I said, offset this by the padding that we have here, the holder padding. So 10 millimeter is going to be the distance between the edge of this circle and the edge of the bigger circle. And how do we do that? How do we do that? That's a tricky question. We should probably take this. Okay. let's make this a bit easier. Holder diameter plus. So if we go here, somewhere here, holder diameter, let's call this the actual holder diameter. And this is going to be holder diameter plus general, the tolerance multiplied by 2. We forgot the equal sign. And let's call this the actual outer holder diameter. And this is going to be equal to the actual holder diameter plus plus holder thickness multiplied by 2. So now, instead of doing all of this, let's call this the actual holder diameter, and let's call this the, whoops, what happened? The actual outer holder diameter. And now it's gonna be easier because distance from here to here is going to be the multi-holder params dot diameter, the outer diameter. If we divide that by 2, then we get the radius, which is the distance from here to the top. And then we need to remove from it the radius of the outer circle. So actual outer diameter divided by 2. And we need to also remove the padding. And now we should have 10 mil here. And we can pad this by the multi-holder parameters dot holder depth. Cool, this is only just one pad. And we had a, oh, where did the, okay, I remember now. We used the polar pattern to do this. We didn't use the, we didn't use the lattice workbench. So let's add here number of lure holders. Oh, come on. And let's make them 5. So 5 lure holders. And now we can take that pad and do a polar pattern. And the number here is going to be number of lure holders, 5. And now we have 5 holders. So we're gonna have 5 on this side and 5 on this side. And yeah, that's problem number 1 fixed. We have 2 more problems. This is, it looks too big. Maybe we can leave it 150 and make the entire thing wider. That would probably be a better solution, but it doesn't matter at this point. These are just numbers that we can change anytime. What's next? Yeah, I'm not gonna do this now. I'm gonna assume I already have it because we already have this one, and I haven't tried printing this from TPU yet. Could work, and then we don't need this one. But even if I did this one, it's gonna be the exact same diameter and the exact same shape, so it's gonna be compatible with this. And then now, judging from the size of this, is actually small. You should scale it up a bit. But anyways, I'm going off track here. UV lights. Where do we put the UV lights? Thing I have been trying to avoid. I'm still thinking about this, the UV station. Because I like the idea of this sliding back and forth on these rails. But maybe we can do the same concept here, but we don't have these walls. We only have this thing and the rails. So we're gonna need some sort of that's too much. That's over engineering for sure. And also, will the UV light even work in that case? Because if this is spinning, the lure itself is not spinning, it's the thing, this holder is gonna spin. So when the lure, let's say this is the UV light and the lure is spinning, it's always gonna be the exact same orientation towards the light. So on the other side, it will be receiving less light on this side and more light on this side, if that makes sense. I mean, there is a way to fix that. If we can glue a UV light strip on these four edges, then we can have light on the inside and light from the inside and light from the outside. But the problem is this is spinning. What do we do with the cables? How do we fix that? Maybe I'm overthinking this. If you think I'm overthinking this, please let me know, because I usually do that. I want everything to be like super perfect, but it shouldn't be, for example. Mhm. Also, by the way, I'm not gonna leave the shape like this, like just blocks. There's gonna be like some logos, for example, my channel logo somewhere here. I might do some engravings here, some stuff, some hexagons or triangles or stuff. We'll see. Yeah, there are gaps, definitely. There's definitely gonna be gaps. And I do have two lights. So maybe if we put one in here and another one in here, it might work. The only thing is, from my experience with these lights, if they are not super close to the lure, not only it will take a lot longer to cure, but sometimes it doesn't even cure at like fully cure. It will remain like a bit tacky, even if I left it for an hour. Just moving these two lights, sandwiching the lure between them, and moving them very close, and you're gonna get the lure fully cured in like 15-30 minute max. Because I had UV curing box, and it looks something similar to this, but without the moving parts. And that's exactly why I added these moving parts to this box, which I never printed, by the way. I just designed. That was to like move the boxes so I can easily put the lure or multiple lures and then sandwich it, like get it as close as possible to the lure so they can cure super quickly. But here I don't think it's gonna work. So maybe we're gonna leave this as just a turner, no UV clearing at all, no UV curing at all. And then when everything is like when it's been turning for like 15-20 minutes and I'm sure that everything is level, then I just take it off the turner, maybe, and maybe we can add holders here to plug. Where are they? To plug these here in the UV station. We can probably do that. This will be covered with like aluminum tape for reflecting light, even though I think it's not necessary for this specific box. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna add lights to this turner because to make it work well, it's gonna require either like a super expensive light, maybe like 100 watt or something, so that it effectively cures everything. But even if you get a super bright UV light, then one side is gonna be exposed to like very heavy curing while the other side is like slowly curing, and this might cause issues. I've heard of stories where a strong light might actually crack the UV resin because it's curing it like super fast, and it causes cracks and issues with the clear coat. So I think the UV station is still a good option. So let's do something here. Do we still have the params? We have the stand box, projector params. I think we need a new spreadsheet here. So let's call this one lure holder params. Yeah, lure holder params, and we need the exact same parameters we had here: the diameter, depth, thickness. We don't need the padding, and number of lures. So we don't need the padding. And even I think the number of lures we can probably come up with this number by because we have width, and from the width we can probably figure that out. But anyways, let's keep it simple now. Number of, okay, and we also need these two. So copy these and let's put them here somewhere. Oh, we don't have a tolerance here. Do we have tolerance here anywhere? We have tolerance in the stand. Let's give it its own tolerance. And let's make it tight. I should probably do the same for the other one. Like I don't want it 0.2 tolerance. I think 0.16 is like better. So here, tolerance, cool. And now I have just too many open windows. Box. Make it the active body. And how do we want to do this? I'm actually gonna do some math here. This is gonna be fun. I know you guys love math, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's draw some stuff. I think we can also draw lines, right? Yeah. So that's our box, right? Cool. And let's add another color here, give it a red color. This is our width. My handwriting sucks. Let's just call it W. Okay. We want to, let's add another color here, maybe green. We want to put a number of items in here. Now we know the diameter. And we know how many items. Okay, let's just go back to red now. And this right here, this value, let's call it P for padding. Okay, so this red value is P. This is going to be equal. So it's going to be equal spacing between everything. So what is the equation here? And this has a diameter of D. Oh, probably small d. No, a big D. Small d or a big D, it doesn't matter. So W will equal to what? W will equal to, and let's say N is the number. I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's the number of green things, green circles. So W equals to D, the diameter, multiplied by N, plus we have P, the padding. So if N is 4, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many P's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's N plus 1. So it's P into N plus 1. Now we know W, we know the width, we know the diameter, and we know N, so we can calculate P. I hope that makes sense. Curing station or a couple of days in the window, but who has time for that? Okay, now I understood it. Couple of days in the window. No, actually, if there's sun, if it's not like cloudy, which is very rare, but here in Europe, but if it's not cloudy and there's sun, and it's like summer or something, then it could cure very fast. It could happen. So anyways, what is P? P is going to be equal to W minus D times N. We just move this one here, and then we divide the entire thing by N plus 1. And then we get the padding. Right? Yeah. Cool. P into N, it's Pn plus P. Yeah, all of the math is good. The math is good. Coming back to here. Now we need to actually implement this in here. So we need the padding, right? So let's call this the padding. And I just need to confirm something because I haven't worked on this file in a while. Because we have here something called width that is 180, or no, sorry, box params. We have width, which is 216.32. I just want to confirm that this is like the internal width and not the external width. So from here to here, it's 208.32. And if we take the external width, it's 216.32. Yeah, so this width is internal. The actual width, we need to remove the thickness from it. So we need to remove 8. And then we get 208.32. So if we go to lure holder params, let's say here internal width, what is it equal to? It equals to box params dot width minus box params dot thickness multiplied by 2. And by the way, where's the music? What happened to the music? Cool. So now we have W. W is going to be our internal width. We have D, we have N. I think we have everything we need to calculate P. And once we have P, it's a lot easier to do this. So P is going to be equal to internal width minus the holder, or what was it? Actual outer holder diameter. That's a weird name, but it is what it is. Am I still live? It's okay. Reconnection successful. Interesting. Did like the stream stop or anything? No. Not sure what happened here. Stream is healthy. Interesting. Anyways, so we have the padding now. We have the equation. It calculates the padding. So now to do this, all we have to do is go up by the width and then go down by padding and draw our thing. Let me see. Do we have a datum plane here? No, we don't. Where is the origin? Okay, so the origin is exactly at the face that we need. So we can just create a sketch immediately on the XY plane. And we want to draw a circle here. Now, remember, padding is not the distance between the center and the edge. It's between the edge of the circle and the edge of the box, right? So, so this is going to be, it's going to be a bit tricky. So let's actually do it in the spreadsheet. Just in case we have an error, it's easier to fix. Let's call this the first circle, center. So the position of the first circle center, and the position will equal to the internal width divided by 2, because we are currently in the middle of the box. So we want to go by half the width up, and then we need to go down by padding. And now we are at the edge of the circle, but we want the center. So we want the actual outer holder diameter divided by 2. And that's our first circle center. So now we can come here and say, I want the lure holder params dot first circle center. Jacob Korg, hello, how are you? How's everything? So now we have the center of the first circle. We can constrain the diameter. which is the lure holder params dot actual outer parameter diameter, and then we have another circle that's gonna be the inner diameter. Actual holder diameter, yeah, that's the one. Now I think that's it. We can pad by depth. And I don't know why this is transparent. Cool. So now we need to somehow pattern this here, right? We can use the linear pattern, but I found this to be not very useful. So I like to use the lattice workbench. We can create an array. We can go here and change the direction of the array to make it on the y-axis. So when we set it to 1, we need to set the x to 0, because this is doing like, we can even do -1 to go downwards. This thing is a vector, and it's some math thing. Anyways, just set one of them to 1 and everything else to the 0. It will work. Jacob, I'm good, thanks. Glad you're good. Now what we want to do is set the count to our count. So lure holder params dot number of lure holders, which is 5. Oops. And set the generate mode to step n. So we want 5, and we want the step between them to be lure holder params dot padding, right? Padding is between them. Now there's a small issue with this. And this is when doing lattice arrays in part design workbench. For some reason, we also need to include the diameter here. So lure holder params dot actual outer diameter, and now it will work. But if you're doing placements, which is how you should be using arrays, you don't need that. But it's a bit complex. I'm not gonna do it now. But just adding the diameter will work fine. So if we take the pad and the linear array and pattern it, now we're gonna get this. And now if we, let's say, go here, and let's say we want 6, it should automatically calculate the padding and everything. And we're gonna have 6 evenly spaced lure holders. And that's all because of the math. Math is super important in CAD. Let's get it back to lure holder params. Let's get it back to 5. Oh man, I have too many tabs open at the same time. And let's save this. What else do we need to do? So this is gonna be a print in place, the box itself, but this is a separate piece, and then there's another piece, the exact same here, and it can move left and right, and then we can put these lure holders in here, and the UV light should cure them. Now, one concern I just thought about is the lure holder is probably too tall. Let me actually test this theory. 1 second. So that's the lure holder. And let's attach a lure to it. Let's say like that. So that's how it's gonna be. And then that's our light. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. We want the light to be up here. Something like that. Instead of down here. So how was your fishing trip here the other day? Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. We were using the belly boats, or I don't know what you guys call them, like float tubes or something like that. And we caught so many fish, and I caught my PV chub. For some reason, the music is off. I don't know what's wrong with this website. I might change to a different service if that keeps happening. But yeah, it was amazing. So we wanna lift this up. I think when it comes to the lure turner, I'm kind of done with it. I can just print it and try it out. The only thing that I might need to fix is this hole right here. I'm not sure if the switch will fit in this hole. I need to check that. But everything else I think is just done. Everything is done here. The UV station, I need to fix that issue. I need to somehow raise this up. And let me check the stand params. Is it stand thickness tolerance? Yeah, I think this is for the lure stand. It's currently 4. Let's see what happens if we put this as 8. Yeah, that's the stand. So probably I need to do something here like bottom thickness, something like that, and then control it separate than the thickness. So we can put this as like 60, for example, to raise it up. It's gonna be too much wasted plastic, but it's gonna work. So this will fix the height issue. What else? And I need to test this with TPU. That's everything pending at the moment. And I think I'm done. I'm done with my... If everything goes according to plan, my lure making, what do you call it, like process or flow, is gonna be smooth as fuck. Because at the moment it's not. It was a mess. I think I took a video. You're gonna see it once I release the YouTube video. I took a video of my desk, the one behind me. Currently it's organized, but I took a video of it, and yeah, you're gonna have to see it. It was a mess. I love belly boat fishing. Do that sometimes for pike on the coast here. Yeah, I loved it too. But I was using a belly boat without a motor, and damn, you will move muscles that you have never moved before on a belly boat. Like I'm still sore till today. But my friend had a motor on the belly boat, and I kind of like the idea. I might get one, but the problem is I don't have a car at the moment, so it's kind of a prerequisite. So once I have a car, I'll definitely get one with a motor, and probably some sonar, like Garmin sonar with side scan. That would be amazing. Congratulations on the new, I think you mean PB. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was like 55 centimeter chub. It was amazing. And the funny thing is, I was just so my friend he gave me his like secondary belly boat. He doesn't use it that much. Um and he told me like just go in the water and give it a couple of minutes just to get used to it while he was setting his own belly boat. So I was just like finning around just learning how to move and something. And while I was like moving left and right and trying to control the belly boat, I saw there was some sort of I don't want to call it a spring. There was some sort like of a tiny waterfall or something, water flowing into the river, and I thought that damn, that must be like a hotspot for fish. So the first cast into that water flow, and I barely reeled in like one or two turns, and it's just exploded. It was a very big chub, and like these small bait fish started jumping left and right, running away. I also only use fins, but I fish in a bay that is not very large. It's hard moving longer stretches, or if there's much wind waves. True, if there's current or wind, it's very hard. But yes, when there was no wind and the current was a bit slow, it was actually easy to move. But once the wind picked up, man, I was finning as hard as I can to just barely move. um, but yeah, definitely one of the best experiences, the fishing experiences I had. Will definitely do it again. Hopefully on my own belly boat. I have lots of printing to do. But that's nothing compared to the stands, the two stands I made. I think it was 4 rolls of filament, I think. PR stands for personal record. Oh, okay. Nice. Because usually we use PB, like personal best. But yeah, personal record also works, I guess. Ooh, okay. Here's a thing we can do before I leave. Let's hide the box. And the rail, no. Wait, how did... these are clones. Okay. I don't know why I did clones instead of arrays, but anyways. So this rail... We have... What the way it looks is... Let's put some transparency here to show you. So this is how it looks, right? Here we will insert like a nut, an M3 nut, and then we're gonna insert a screw from the top. So the problem is with this face right here. This face is hard to print because it's gonna be printing in midair. It's kind of like not hard, it's kind of impossible to print this, but it kind of will print. It's gonna try to print in midair, and then some filament will get stuck to the sides, and eventually it will print it, but it's gonna look terrible. So how do you fix that? There is a way. Let me see, what datum planes do we have here? This one is... Oh, come on. This is trippy. Yeah, this is the one we need. So using this datum plane, I can draw a sketch here. Using this datum plane, yeah, I can draw a sketch. What we want to do is we want to draw a rectangle right at the edge of this circle. Something like that. Now, I don't even remember what this was. Was it rail? What was it? Box params? No, wait. Let me check something. Probably, yeah, rail. No, it's not. Where's the screw diameter? Projector params. Slot diameter? No. Interesting. We can probably check that. I can go here. And oh, this is hard coded. Okay. So it's 3.2. There is no parameter. So it's just what? Okay, 3.2. And then this one, it should cover this basically. So let's do 5.8. And then what we want to do is we want to pad it down. So reverse it. And we want to pad it by 2 layers. So I'm using a 0.2 layer height. So I'm going to do 0.4 layers. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, I messed it up. Sorry, my bad. Where is it? My bad. We need to show this. Okay, cool. Come on, yeah. So we want a bigger rectangle also. So we don't want to cover this area. We want to cover this, the outside. So this has to be bigger, slightly bigger than this. So let's see. That's going to be like 6. Let's leave it at 6.75. And this one also has to be bigger than this. So that was 5.8. Let's make this one 6. Come on. 6. Cool. Now we pad this. Yes, that's it. And now what we do is we do the exact same thing, but this way. The other way around. So this one was vertical. Now we do it horizontally. So this is going to be 3.2. And this one is going to be slightly bigger, something like that. 6.75 is what we used on the other one. What is your day job? You are architect since you are good with 3D programs? No, I'm a software engineer. I'm good at many things. I have tried so many things in my life. Okay, we want this one to be 5.8, I think is good, or we can just go with 6. And this one has to be bigger than this, so let's go with 7.5, whatever. Cool. Now we can pad this. Now this one, we need to pad it only 1 layer, not 2. So that's going to be 0.2. So now what's going to happen is if I export this now, just for the sake of demonstration, to desktop, okay. And let's open Bamboo Studio. And rail. So now if we slice this, look what's gonna happen. Okay, so now it's printing the hexagon and it wants to transition to print the whole. But if it just immediately transitions to the whole, it can't print it in midair. So we get a bridge. This will print this will print very English. This will print fine because this is a bridge. Bridging is fine. And then we have a bridge in the other direction, and then we print the circle on top of the bridge. So if you see the blue part, these are the only overhangs that it needs to deal with. If we didn't do that, the entire circle is going to be blue. And circles don't bridge, only lines can bridge, straight lines. And yeah, that will print well. And this is gonna be a print in place also, if I remember correctly. Where were we? So the box actually will print with the 4 rails in a single, so they're gonna be a single step file. uvstation.step. Okay, and now if you go here and import this, interesting. Did I select the box? Oh, where's FreeCAD? Okay, that's why. No, I did not select the box. UV station, replace. Now we can reload from disk. Come on. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's gonna be one print and they will be embedded on the inside. There's no way to remove them. And they will never come apart. The only downside of this is if something breaks, you have to reprint the entire thing. And wow, is this? Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna make it smaller. This. Yeah. I don't think I even need all of these walls. I only need to like. Yeah, I think that's easy to change. Wait. Box params height. You can just change this to something like 60 or something. Oh no, not height, not height. Man, I need to work on my naming. I don't know why I called this height instead of like length. I'm thinking like 2D, like width height, you know? Yeah. This is probably, I mean, I don't think I need more than that. Even if the projector is on the outside, I don't think I care that much. I'm gonna put it in my closet anyways. UV station. So we can reload from disk. Should be way less time, right? 360 grams. Why? Oh, that's why. It's infill, right? Infill, grams. Sparse infill, 100 grams of infill. But if we have 3 walls, we don't need that much infill. 5% gyroid should be fine. 300 grams, okay. How much was it? I forgot. I think it's still the same. But anyways, 5-hour print, not that bad. Hasn't it been long since you've been out carp fishing? Yes, yes. It has been very long. I usually do go carp fishing when the spin fishing season is over in Czech Republic, and that's in January. Like starting the 1st of January is when I would start carp fishing, because I'm no longer allowed to fish with lures. Yeah. Outdoor power supply, board, fan. By the way, I should start printing this very soon because I will finally get the last part. That was the worst shipping experiences I have had in my life. This power inlet here. It's been like a month or even more, and I haven't arrived yet. Everything else arrived in like 2 weeks, I think, even less. Except for this part, I don't know why. It just it should. I think they said it's expected by September 11, but I don't trust AliExpress, so let's see. Hopefully we get it this week. Then I will finally assemble this beast of a machine. This one I can do tomorrow, hopefully. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. It was random. You know what? Maybe I can give you a sneak peek on, since you have stuck to the end of the stream. Maybe I can give you a sneak peek on. Oh, come on, shit! Give me a second. Okay, what's behind me? And I think I need to mess with the focus. Isn't this amazing? What do you guys think? Oh, you designed a bait while watching. Yeah, that's nice. Show us the lure on Discord. Looking good. Like the colors, yeah. The colors are amazing. I like this filament color so much. I think I had a different filament that was called like Blue Lagoon or something. It was a darker version of this one, but I didn't like it so much, so I got the turquoise color, and it's way better. Now I need to fix the focus again. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am super happy with it. Like every couple of minutes when I'm not streaming, of course, I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, damn, that's good. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and if you have any questions, as always, just send them on Discord. And have a nice. The day's over, at least for me. But yeah, if it's not over for you, have a nice day. If it is over for you, have a good night, and see you guys on Friday. Bye.